Little Big Man is a novel by American writer Thomas Berger, first published in 1964. Often described as a satirical take on the Western, it is also considered an example of picaresque fiction, chronicling the misadventures of a roguish outsider from humble origins who struggles against a corrupt society. Framed as the reminiscences of a 120-year-old man named Jack Crabb, a white child raised by the Cheyenne, it unfolds as a memoir related to the fictional writer Ralph Fielding Snell. Through Crabb's account, the novel traces his encounters with legendary figures of the Old West and his repeated brushes with death. While it draws heavily on familiar Western tropes, it simultaneously parodies them, particularly in its depiction of frontier culture and the fraught relationship between white settlers and native peoples. Initially, sales were unremarkable, but positive word of mouth brought the book commercial success. Critics praised it highly, earning Berger both a National Institute of Arts and Letters Award and the Western Heritage Award in 1965. A film adaptation appeared in 1970, starring Dustin Hoffman and Faye Dunaway, and a sequel, The Return of Little Big Man, was published in 1999 to continue Crabb's extraordinary journey through Western history. The tale begins with Jack traveling westward with his family in a wagon train. When they encounter a group of natives, the pioneers offer whiskey, which offends the recipients, who retaliate by killing most of the travelers. The following day, the natives return with ponies in atonement, but the survivors mistake this as an attempt to seize Jack and his sister, Caroline. Both are taken. Caroline soon escapes, but Jack chooses to remain, adopting the ways of the Cheyenne. Taken in as one of their own, he receives the name Little Big Man from Old Lodge Skins, the tribe's chief. Years later, as tensions rise over white settlers encroaching on Cheyenne lands, the tribe is attacked by soldiers. The Cheyenne flee, but Jack is captured and, once identified as white, is handed over to a Missouri family who adopt him. He attends school, finds a girlfriend, but eventually drops out after the romance ends. He takes up work as a guide between St. Louis and Santa Fe, then as a mule driver between Denver and Kansas City. His caravan is ambushed by Cheyenne warriors who recognize him as Little Big Man. Spared, he advises Old Lodge Skins to lead the tribe to the Powder River. The chief departs, while Jack heads for Denver. Settling there, Jack marries, fathers a child, and enjoys moderate success in business until betrayed by his partners, forcing him to flee. En route to Kansas City, his party is ambushed by Cheyenne and his wife and son vanish. Broken and despondent, he falls into alcoholism until Caroline rescues him and secures him work hauling freight for the Union Pacific Railroad. Hoping for news of his family, Jack joins scouts pursuing troublesome Cheyenne. In the conflict, he discovers a woman in childbirth defended by a slain warrior. Following her to her village, he realizes it is his childhood home. With this woman, he fathers another child, but when soldiers attack the village, he dons a uniform and flees with them back to Kansas City, once again thwarted in his search. In Kansas, Jack meets Wild Bill Hickok and learns to shoot. Discovering his niece working in a brothel, he rescues her from that life, paying for her education. She later weds a senator's son. Jack himself takes work aboard an army supply ship for General Custer and later scouts for the doomed commander. Trapped and wounded, he is captured by Cheyenne, convinced his end is near, until he awakens among his childhood tribe, saved by a warrior he had once spared. That debt repaid, Jack visits Old Lodge Skins, now blind and near death. Together they climb a hill where the chief sings his death song, prays to the spirits, and peacefully passes away. The narrative closes with Snell reporting Jack Crabb's death. Though Snell confirms many details of Crabb's adventures through research, he cannot locate any trace of the man in historical records. Thomas Berger, best remembered for Little Big Man, built a career on versatility, moving fluidly among genres. Over 46 years, he produced 23 novels, 4 short story collections, and 5 plays. He was awarded a Dial Fellowship in 1962, and in 1984, his novel The Feud was a finalist for the Pulitzer Prize. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy this video, leave a like and subscribe.